If you're looking for a job these days, you can expect businesses to start searching the internet to learn more about you. But now some companies are taking the next step. You could be asked for your Facebook name and password.
Is that a breach of privacy, and is it even legal? Tyler James has that story.
It's no secret that Facebook is generally fair game to prospective employers.
You'd have to assume that they're going to look at that information.
But now many users have their profiles set to private, meaning potential employers can't see a job applicant's full profile page, things like personal pictures and status updates. Some companies are now demanding more access.
It's definitely a step too far for employers to ask for your username and password because that's your personal, information.
That's crossing the line between your business, your life, and your personal life.
Businesses say applicants always have the right to refuse giving up their personal password. But with the unemployment rate at 8.3%, privacy advocates say many job seekers will feel the pressure to give in and give up their information.
Well, I would say I can't give you my username and password, but I can definitely direct you to my Facebook page.
In a statement, Facebook says the site forbids anyone from soliciting the login information or accessing an account belonging to someone else. Proposed legislation in Illinois and Maryland focuses on the legality of the new practice. If passed, it would ban public agencies from asking for access to social networks. So as of now, it appears legal. But career experts say the decision to hand over passwords is always up to the job seeker.
I think if an employer is saying, can I have your Facebook login and password, I would be a little taken aback. And I would say, well, I'm not really comfortable with that. But, if you like, I could probably bring up my account for you.
Tyler James, CBN News.
That's sort of the least invasive to say, okay, I won't give you the password so you can have permanent access to my account, but I'll bring it up for you. But Terry, what do you think about this?
I think it's over the edge.
Really?
I would never give a passport. What do we have passwords for? Privacy, right? No.
Would you bring up the account for an employer to say, here, I'll let you look at it right now?
I think of, maybe I'm wrong, but I think of Facebook as a personal, I don't know, I suppose it means different things to different people, but, people share on there what they would like to share with family, with friends. I don't think that a person hiring you has any right to know that.
Kind of like bringing your employer into your home.
Exactly. I'm here for the job. Am I qualified? And we're meeting face to face. That's all anybody's ever had in the past. Why do you need to look at my Facebook?
What about police hiring? Because there have been cases where, sort of after the fact, there were things that were found on Facebook.
Well, no, police. When you're talking about people who deal with security and with authority and who carry arms, I think that's a different ball game. I don't know about Facebook, but I think we maybe need to do a few more security checks than we do with people.
Well, the right to privacy is not guaranteed by the Constitution, despite what you may think, and I think this is maybe one where we need some legislation. Lee Webb has the rest of our top stories from the CBN Newsroom. Lee?
Gordon Whitney Houston died from accidental drowning, but the Los Angeles coroner says chronic cocaine use and heart disease were contributing factors in her death. The drug was found in her system when she drowned in a hotel bathtub February 11th. The L.A. coroner released the official results of the singer's autopsy late Thursday. Her family then released a statement saying, "We are saddened to learn of the toxicology results, although we are glad to now have closure." Americans are rallying across the country to protest President Obama's contraception mandate. That measure requires religious groups to provide health insurance with free contraception coverage for their employees. That includes abortion-inducing drugs. Religious leaders say the president is making them violate their beliefs. Rallies are being held in 140 cities from coast to coast and in Alaska and Hawaii. The event is called Stand Up for Religious Freedom. Religious leaders and public figures will speak out against the mandate, and participants will pray for the nation. We will have coverage of the events on cbnnews.com. A new movie hits theaters this weekend, and it's making a buzz in the Christian community. It's called October Baby, and it's inspired by the true story of a young girl who survives an abortion and later goes on a search for her birth mother. Wendy Griffith sat down with some of the cast and crew.
October Baby is the story of Hannah, a 19-year-old girl, and she learns that she is adopted and was never told because she's a survivor of an abortion.
This is my only chance to find out who I really am.
I just wanted you to know I think it's really brave.
John and his brother Andrew have their background in music videos, but felt compelled to make October Baby, their first feature film.
October Baby is inspired by a true story, which is the story of Gianna Jessen, who is an abortion survivor.
To be able
When
to...
I heard her speak for the first time, she's since become a very dear friend, I was shattered. I didn't know that there was such a thing as abortion survivors, and I so was captivated by the issue, I felt like we had to do something about it.
October Baby is definitely a movie where you do laugh and you do cry. We wanted you to laugh as hard as you cried, to catch your breath in those moments, because it's such a heavy issue that it needed to be a charming coming-of-age love story.
The movie stars newcomer Rachel Hendricks as Hannah and John Schneider as Hannah's father. Sherry Rigby plays Hannah's birth mother, a role that hits very close to home for the actress who herself had an abortion.
I read this script and I was sitting there and really reading something that paralleled my life. And at that very moment I realized that God was weaving this tapestry of my life, you know, over these last 20 years, and how beautiful that looked and the promise of that.
One of the more emotional moments is when Hannah finally finds her birth mother.
I guess I came here because I hope that meant something to you.
Rigby says God used the role to bring emotional healing from her own abortion.
And he gave me that complete forgiveness. You know, he met me, so to speak, at the well, and he gave me the love and grace, and to really understand forgiveness and to say, it's okay.
The Irwin brothers say their biggest hope is that the movie will make people really think about the issue of life.
And I hope that people going to see this movie will, that it will change the way people think about life.
The movie debuts in select theaters this weekend. Wendy Griffith, CBN News.
By the way, Rigby shares her personal testimony at the end of the movie. And Gordon, 10% of the profits from the movie will go to pro-life, adoption, and orphans groups.
Well, this movie is generating a lot of buzz in the pro-life community, and I hope it really takes off. I hope a lot of people see it, because it's one thing to sort of talk in terms of the politics of abortion, but when you look at an abortion survivor who is now an adult and hear her story and what she went through, it'll definitely make a believer out of you in terms of, you know, the impact of this.
I saw the movie. It's very well done, very well done. It's not, everybody ought to see it, really, because the message about forgiveness is for all of us.
Yes, it is. And there are 2 abortion survivors in this movie, and you need to see both of them.
More than 900 women died last year from honor killings in Pakistan. That's according to the annual report from the Human Rights Commission of Pakistan. It finds that among those killed, 93 were minors, 7 Christians, also reportedly among the dead. Nearly 600 of the women killed were accused of having illicit relations, and more than 200 were murdered for marrying without permission. People gathered around the world on Thursday to celebrate World Water Day. It's a day meant to draw attention to the worldwide water crisis. Operation Blessing is working to save lives by providing clean drinking water for people around the world. Last month, for example, in India alone, teams drilled 28 clean water wells. OB also provides water purification systems. And you can find out more about Operation Blessing by going to its website at ob.org.